But what I want to say is when something sells, then the appraisal district uses that figure to raise the price of everything in the area. So if you follow the money, a property sells, the government raises the value of every property in the area. It forces the price of all the products to go up. It forces the people to need more pay. You spoke about a tax increase based on the value of the home. You can see how the government is forcing, these are all tax increases because they're all driven by the appraisal of the property.
I believe a fair substitution would be to abolish property tax and to replace it with a sales tax. If we replace property tax with a sales tax, every Texan in this room would be in full control over the amount of tax they pay annually to fund their local governments. And I believe that the consequences of abolishing property tax would allow retirees such as myself to remain in their homes and not get priced out, and at the same time would have a positive effect in the real estate market. Those are my comments.
We know that if you live in a $200,000 home today, which is about the average in Texas, taxes are about $6,000, roughly, depending on where you live. And we know that if they go up 8% a year, if the real tax rate, Judge, that Senator Taylor was trying to explain, that in 9 years, those taxes go from $6,000 to $12,000. So a person living in a $200,000 home today, if we don't get this under control, their taxes are going to go from $6,000 to $12,000. And if they have a 1-year-old before their son or daughter reaches 10, and before they go to college, their taxes will have increased from $6,000 to about $20,000 or $25,000. They can't afford it. Sandy is right. It impacts
based on fact. Mass appraisals are ridiculous, unfair, and seldom accurate. The burden on residential homeowners is onerous. I read the other day that Texas is the 5th highest property tax state in the country. Change needs to occur immediately before a Proposition 13, such as what happened in California, is proposed. That would be a disaster. But how much longer can the average homeowner taxpayer keep paying crippling taxes while their salaries and income aren't going up at the same pace or even going down? How many people will be forced out of their homes? Or can these or those individuals who are renters continue to absorb those increases that landlords have to pass on because of higher tax rates? I'm not going to say any more than that. I'll conclude my testimony by summation.